Hello, and welcome to a new cigar review. Today I am smoking the cigar of the year according to Cigar Aficionado magazine. This is the Flor de Antillas. I'm probably saying that very wrong, it should be noted. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. I'm trying to read it, and maybe it sounds like it, maybe it doesn't. Who knows? But yes, my first draw was very strong, very potent spice, very potent pepper. Probably almost a full body, actually. Very strong. Very, very good, though. Most of my father's have very, very smooth smoke. This one wasn't. It was actually a little bit harsh, not in terms of a bad harsh, in terms of that real nice spice that just hits you. Good amount of smoke, too. I have this cut up with the punch cut, because I like punch cuts personally, because if it's draws too tight, if need be, you can always just snip the end and get a nice full body draw out of it. Or if not, like in this case, this little itty bitty punch cut is producing volumes of smoke. Like, it's almost a little overwhelming, to be honest. But very, very good. So far, this is, from this first draw at least, my favorite cigar I've ever actually had. This is incredible. Now, we'll see if that holds up. So I will come back to you at the first third, because I had just lit it and just started recording the video. So yes. Oh, by the way, it should be noted, this cigar has a very nice spiced earth aroma to it. The build is very rustic. It's an aged wrapper, sun-grown. And it's just a beautiful cigar, actually. It very much matches the label, which you really can't see, which is a shame. It's beautiful. But, it's just a really good cigar. I'm actually having a hard time explaining it. The finish, which is actually still going on, is a very sweet earth, a little bit of chocolate to it. Just really, really good. So I will come back to you at the first third. I shall speak to you shortly. Alright. Down to the first third. How to explain this cigar? Normally when I smoke cigars, I watch a movie, or I read, or I write, or I do something to occupy my time, and just occasionally puff on a cigar every now and then. This cigar has so many flavors, so many varieties, so many continuous and constant transitions that I really can't do that. In order to give an accurate review and to do the cigar justice, or at least to try to, I have to devote my full attention to it. I've just been sitting here smoking it, doing nothing at all but that. The draw is so far perfect. I mean, if you want to take a big, deep draw, you're going to get an overwhelming amount of smoke, and you're probably going to choke. So if you let someone likes to do the double, triple puff, I don't recommend it. You're not going to be able to handle it, and if you are, I give you a thumbs up and a smile, because you're better than I am. But it just produces such a large, almost a full strength smoke. So much flavor and power behind it. Such a big, heavy helping of spice, of cocoa, of a very dry cocoa. Like, I wouldn't call it necessarily a baker's chocolate, because there is a sweetness to it, but it's a very dry cocoa to it. A little bit of coffee, a very sweet earth. Like, there's so many different flavors. At first, I just took a draw. I held it, tasted it, blew it out, licked my lips a little bit, and tried to pick out the finish. When I began to notice, just doing that, I don't do it justice. You smoke, the cigar makes me smoke it differently, because if you smoke it a certain way, more flavor comes out. I don't know how to explain it. Since I started smoking cigars, I've been looking for that experience that just wowed me. And I've found a lot of cigars I really, really enjoy. This is one of those cigars that has wowed me. Like, I'm almost speechless by it. It's just a really, really good smoke, and I honestly have no complaints. And my face just turned red because my screen's terrible. Sorry about that. So I will come back to you at the second third of this incredibly enjoyable My Father's cigar. There is a reason this cigar won Cigar of the Year. I've had some cigars of the year before, number 2, number 1, stuff like that, and they have been good cigars, but not anything incredible. This to me is incredible. I love it. I'm not trying to sound like a fanboy for the cigar or go on and on about it, but it's just a really, really good smoke. So I'll still speak to you shortly. Alright, down to the second third. Burn is almost razor sharp, but in need of no touch-ups. There's a little bit of a wobble right there. But again, as I've stated before with the My Fathers, they have this unique little factor to them. I actually wouldn't know if necessarily unique, but it's kind of something I've only really experienced with this brand. Is they get uneven, then you can literally watch the flame zigzag down as it comes back to a near perfect burn. The ash is just nice salt and pepper. Very nice, very solid. Knowing my luck, I'm going to say that it's going to drop on me after my next draw. Fingers crossed, doesn't happen. But, flavor-wise, very pronounced spiced earth as from the initial first draw. The sweetness has died down a lot. There's a spiced leather, bit of a dry cinnamon. Not necessarily the sweetness of cinnamon, but just that cinnamon flavor to it. The draw is tightened up a little bit. Not much at all though. Now if you want to sit there and do your little 3 puffs, you can too. You'll get a nice thick cloud of chewy smoke. Very enjoyable. My only problem with this cigar, which isn't really a problem at all, is it tastes so good that I have to control myself, like actively control myself from smoking this too fast, of it burning too hot, and it just being ruined. But again, that's my only complaint. Burn near perfect, draw near perfect, taste phenomenal, multiple transitions per every single draw. I mean literally every single different draw has changed, not in thirds but in draws, and that's just incredible to me. I will come back to you at, well, let's just say the band point, or whenever a true transition occurs. Now I'm going to sit here and enjoy smoking this phenomenal cigar. I shall speak to you shortly. Not quite to the band point, but I have a very interesting and very pleasant transition. Currently, it has a minor flavor on the finish of almost like a maple syrup. Very interesting. Never had it before. By the way, my cat apparently likes the smell of this cigar because he's been like all over me right now. Say hi, Muse. Like literally don't look at me. Anyways, but yeah, like a very maple syrup. It's not really defined, but it is there. That sweet, somewhat of a tart, smooth sensation of that. Like I said, akin to being maple syrup. This cigar just surprises me over and over and over again. By the way, this was recommended by a viewer, and according to my new Indie Cigar Forum format, so far, this viewer, you know who you are. You'll be announced on a separate video for the world to hear. Or my 19 subscribers. Not very much, but hey, better than nothing. If the cigar continues on this way, which I really believe it will be, you will be gaining a 5-pack of the Cigar of the Year. I will contact you for your address or zipping, I guess, P.O. box or whatever you choose to give me. But yes, you'll receive at least 5 of these lovely, beautiful, and amazing tasting cigars. Hopefully. Because at this point, if it stays like this, a 5-pack is, I mean, I don't even mind. It's just such a good cigar that I don't even care. It's actually not that expensive a cigar. These ones normally go for about $14. I got this one for about $10 from the Cigar Loft in Stockton because my friend runs the place. But yeah, very good smoke. Box retails for $120. Beautiful box, beautiful cigar. One lucky subscriber. I shall speak to you shortly at either the band point or whenever another true transition occurs. Another real fast update about the quality of this cigar. As you can see, this very strange looking ash. This thing will not ash until it is ready. First time, taps it off in one big solid chunk. Normally, when the cigars get further down, I try to tap them off fairly often, so I don't end up with ash on my chest. This one won't tap. I flicked the cigar, I tapped the cigar, I pushed the ash itself, and that's all that would come off. So, that's a first for any cigar with me, period. Fantastic construction, A+ all around so far. I so far detect no transitions, just real smooth flavor. Same consistent flavor that's been going since about the second, third. So I will come back to you whenever a true transition occurs, not at the band point, could be at the nub for all I know. If there's no more transitions, then you'll see me with a nubber in my hand smoking this. So I shall speak to you, well, when I speak to you. Alright. Slightly past the band point. Still a fair amount left to go. A lot of the really pleasant flavors have died down a fair amount. It's still an enjoyable cigar. More of now of a smooth tobacco with a minor spice. A little bit of leather. A little bit of cedar. But, yeah. A lot of the complexity and incredible flavors died down. However, it's still a very enjoyable cigar. Burns, not razor sharp. I actually might need a touch up here, but I'm not sure. As my cat screams in my face, but she's so black you can't see her in the screen. Yeah, so far a very good cigar. Hopefully I don't have to touch it up because I don't want to ruin the flavors or alter them in any way. Even being much more mild and plain than what they have been, still a very enjoyable cigar. The best way I can describe this is it's akin to the Padron Anniversary, or Anniversario, however you say that name, 1926, which is packed with flavors and transitions and all that. Except for that cigar retails for about $15. This was $10. I've also seen it on sale for $8 on FamousSmokeShop.com, but hey, oh well. So yes, I shall come to you at about halfway down from where I'm currently at. Alright, so if you are smoking this cigar for pure enjoyment, about an inch or so before this ash point right here is where you would generally stop it. That is when I was forced to do a touch-up because the burn became very uneven. It did not fix itself after several draws, several attempts to fix it, so I had to do a burn check, basically. It's doing it again. Smoke is becoming very, very hot. Not quite ash tasting, but it's not really enjoyable either. Now, in terms of length from this point, we're looking at an hour and 14 minutes. So, if you want to do it, smoke it purely just for flavor, for an enjoyable cigar, that is about the time in which you'd want to stop. From this point on, I suspect this to be a very, well, get worse and worse and worse. Either way, because before this point, it's been such an enjoyable cigar, it's been a great stick. I like smoking cigars down to the nub, generally speaking. I still will for the purpose of this review only. But, yeah, I have a feeling when up to my next update, because I will update one more time at the nub, I won't look like a very happy person. But either way, I will come back to you with one final update and my farewells. Apparently we went out. That's the end of that nub. Alright, so overall, very enjoyable cigar. In total, we clocked in at 1 hour and 32 minutes. At about 1 hour and 10, 15 tops, I recommend you stop. If you can manage to keep the smoke very cool and manage to maintain the flavors, then more power to you. Personally, I couldn't, so smoked it down to the nub for purposes of the review. But overall, still, I give this cigar a tobacco-infused smile. Very enjoyable smoke. I was actually really surprised by it. Multiple transitions, different flavors to it. I'm not sure why my skin's red right now. It's kind of irritating me. It's just in the camera, but still. I look like a cherry. Or I'm drunk. Either way. Very good cigar. So yes, highly recommend it. For the viewer who submitted this request, I forgot your name and my internet's currently down, so when I'm able to post this video up, I will look you up, write it down, and post another video announcing your name. Probably about 20 minutes after this is posted. So yes, you will be receiving a 5-pack of these.
Alright, so right as I said that, my video cut out. So what I was going to say is I will be sure to send you out a 5-pack of the Flor de la Antillas. I'm almost positive that's how you say it. If I am wrong, I do apologize. Either way, thank you so much for your time. I sincerely hope you all have a fantastic day. Morning, noon, or night, whatever you are doing, I hope you have a fantastic and wonderful time in doing it. Thank you once again.